I was born on December 7, 1980, in Tampa, Florida, as a son of a corporate takeover specialist Paul Bilzerian and Terry Stephen, as well as a brother to a great guy, Adam Bilzerian. A lot of people know me from social media, a lavish life, along with very many beautiful women. Most guys wonder how I attract all the women. I know you think it's money, but it's all a mindset. One thing I know is that I never chase them, and I don't take things personally, loosen up, and approach anyone. It's a numbers game. I wasn't always this way though. My father owned a robotics company and missed many of our birthday parties and sporting events because he was either on a business trip or busy working late at the office. But things got worse when my father was sent to prison on 9 accounts of stock and tax fraud. It was then I started getting picked on in school and ultimately started acting out. I was asked to leave school permanently because I stopped doing my homework and just stopped trying. The pressure was real, and I often got involved in fistfights numerous times. Then I switched to a school that was just a few towns over, hoping for better opportunities and a new start. But I made lots of new friends there, and I was even selected as a key member of our school's football team. Everything was going fine. I even involved myself in the student council. I was off to a great new start and felt good about things. But I guess it had to end somehow. With no intention of firing it, I was caught bringing a machine gun in school property. Having a gun in my car got me expelled from school.
So explain what led to you getting thrown in jail your senior year.
A machine gun and a shotgun in my vehicle on school grounds would be probably what led to that.
I completed my senior year from home, and I wasn't allowed to walk for graduation. After high school, I decided to join the Navy with a new ambition of becoming a Navy SEAL. I worked hard for this goal, and even survived the basic underwater demolition SEAL training despite suffering from a broken leg. I knew that this time I had a goal and something to strive for. I passed strenuous physical and mental tests, but then was dropped out of the military just a few weeks before graduation. A fight with one of my officers made them forfeit my right to become a SEAL. I knew there was nothing I was able to do about it. That's how I was. Although I was unaware of what life had in store for me, I still had hope of becoming someone great. After that, I enrolled myself at the University of Florida, where I double majored in business and criminology. During my freshman year of college, I played poker for the first time. The game made me crazy about it, and I started to play poker with my friends whenever I got the chance. My passion for the game made me play it online, resulting in a lot of late nights and a lot less sleep. By my sophomore year of college, I was completely addicted. I even took a loan out of my car so that I could have more money to gamble with. After being exposed to poker, it felt as if luck had finally chosen me. But I didn't make up my mind regarding how serious I was going to take poker until I was 25. Patience. I knew if I stayed patient, the right time would come. By the time I finally received full access to trust funds that my father set up for me, I packed my bags and left for Lake Tahoe. People like to credit my father's trust fund for my success now, but I worked for everything. I knew that the field I chose myself couldn't be obtained without a plan. I wasn't ready to let all my ambition go down the drain this time. I set up a budget to avoid ending up empty and losing the entire trust fund. Starting with entering different tournaments, I started winning a couple $1,000s here and there. In 2008, I played in the World Series of Poker main event and finished in 180th place. Playing against a professional poker player like Phil Ivian and Joe Cada built a sort of future in my eyes. My performance led to a sponsorship with Victory Poker.
This could be you. Money, nice watches, badass cars, girl. Victory Poker. All you gotta do is submit a 1-minute video and you can be like this.
And in exchange for $1 million, I agreed to wear a Victory Poker uniform for all the tournaments I competed in. This was the part of my life where I gained valuable knowledge and realized what weaknesses I had. Despite my efforts, Victory Poker crumbled just after our 1-year contract. Since then, I started dedicating most of my energy to cash games. I was able to turn a $750 investment into over $187,000 with time. I didn't just play poker, but I also sponsored people who were eager to play in the World Series of Poker but did not have enough funds to cover the buy-in. For example, I gave Jay Farber $2,000 for the 2013 World Series of Poker main event in exchange for 20% of his tournament winnings. Instead of fixing on poker, I also made side bets. Looking back to when I was in school, all the other kids used to pick on me and criticize me. Now I was on another level. I bet a Supreme Court litigator $400,000 once that he could beat him in a drag race. I clocked in at 10.74 seconds with a top speed of 133 miles per hour. Shortly after that, I bet Bill Perkins $600,000 that I could bike from Vegas to Los Angeles in less than 48 hours with no medical assistance. And when I bet something, it's me challenging the luck that brought me there, so that there's no stopping. Leading up to the race, I was trained by professional bike racer Lance Armstrong, who agreed to coach me in exchange for a $25,000 donation to his child cancer charity. And amazingly, I was able to bike that 300-mile stretch in just under 33 hours. I wasn't always known as a wealthy person or the king of Instagram. All of my ambition aside, I wanted to do something for the world, and not for myself. I started the Robin Hood Project. I used to give money to people who require financial assistance. I started donating $10,000 per person, as any donation larger than that is taxable in the United States. One of the first people to benefit from this project was a woman who had lost her limbs in a bad car accident. In 2015, I also hosted a poker tournament to raise money for brain research. The tournament took place inside my Las Vegas home and cost $1,000 to enter. In total, I was able to raise over $100,000 for charity. With all my efforts and motivation, I got myself to where I am now, living in multi-million mansions and owning an impressive collection of sports cars, such as the Lamborghini Aventador Roadster and a 1965 AC Cobra. If you ask me what I'm known for in this world, it's social media. Specifically, the hundreds of women I have posts with. I now have over 30 million followers on my Instagram account and over 1 million on my Twitter account. People started knowing me from my hilarious posts as well. In 2010, I was even voted the world's funniest poker player on Twitter by Bluff magazine. For the first time, I made it to where I was able to share my thoughts and perspectives on life to the world without being questioned. If you ask me, I think both drugs and prostitution should be legalized, as there is a lot of money to be made through taxes there. I also believe there should be fewer gun control laws, because guns are the best way to protect you against intruders, and every natural-born citizen should have the right to be able to own them. I myself own over 100 different guns, and I have a room in my mansion where they are all displayed. Throughout my life, I have learned that controversies can lead you to success faster and are necessary if you have a lavish life. And at this part of my life, I was really ready for challenges. One of my successful plans also includes the company I founded in 2007, Ignite. I crafted a personal brand filled with all the things that I find aesthetically pleasing. With all these achievements coming in my life, a lawsuit was filed by the former president of Bilzerian CBD company Ignite International. The suit alleged that I have funded my lifestyle with the company funds and fired Heffernan for refusing to approve his expense report. The lawsuit resulted in the company going through a loss of $50 million in 2019. And this isn't all about the expense report, as according to the lawsuit filed, he alleged that I am a renter, that the house I live in is owned by someone, and the lavish lifestyle that I can afford is from a credit card that someone else pays off. I denied the allegations in Heffernan's suit and vowed to countersue. I wasn't going to let myself down just because some journalist said that Ignite was funding my life. I'd been going hard for 10 years, and I am famous for going hard for 7 years. I have raised $100 million since I started Ignite, and this is what I am capable of. Aspiring people to work hard without changing who you are. Despite the life failing you every time you are just about to achieve something, I always remain determined and persistent. This might seem tiring, but when you have a passion for life and a desire to create things that are beneficial for the world, the passion will give you the energy you need. All you have to do is wait for a passion to choose you, just like poker chose me. All these lawsuits and controversies will come to your life, just to show you exactly where you are sitting. Controversies don't strike where there's nothing. They strike where there's everything, and no lawsuit is going to decide my capabilities. I faced multiple failures growing up, but I always knew I would get past those and become successful. I've always stood for one thing, and that is having freedom. And part of that is the freedom to unapologetically be yourself. I suggest you do the same. My name is Dan Bilzerian, a professional gambler, the king of Instagram, founder and CEO of Ignite.